Hello, Internet! Welcome back to another episode of SnowCraft, my modded Minecraft Let's Play series. So, between episodes from since the last time, I have finished moving all of the seeds out from in front of my base here. As you can see, the resource seeds are all now out of the plot over here. All the storage and other junk has all been moved out. And these windmills are now entirely pointless. They're not doing anything. they're just sitting there and spinning. I've also moved the workbench and everything out from inside of here. I think I actually showed that in the last episode. We got our nether portal over there, and most of what I've been working on has actually been over here in the factory. It's more of a second floor than an actual roof, and I'll show you here in a second. I love these fans too. These are from Chisel, and they're just little animated blocks. So if we head on inside, you can see that things are quite different now. I'm gonna take you on a little tour here, and basically we're gonna head over this way. So as you can see, I've got my storage has all been moved over here now. I've got all of the trees set up here on hoppers. These hoppers all feed into this chest. The chest then feeds into the drawer controller, and the drawer controller is then obviously connected to my enormous bank of drawers over here. And the ones that are being continuously produced, I have void upgrades on all of them, so we're not having any overflow or anything like that. I've also, my engineer's workbench has moved over here. I've still got a vanilla furnace set up. I had to switch this to a barrel, because I can't put a chest right there, because you can't open a chest with these scaffoldings over top of it. But the barrels work just fine, so thank you, Future MC, for including those. I've got my Tinker stuff all right here. It all still works, well, for the most part. There's a bug in the current version of Replay Mod, prevents the Construct's Armory from working. Everything else works fine. Construct's Armory doesn't work. Don't know why. My smeltery setup has been moved over here. I've still got the hoppers underneath everything. I've got these levers on there now, though, so that because these hoppers now, instead of feeding into a chest, they now feed into the conveyor belt system that eventually puts the stuff into the storage over there. So I've got the levers so that I can run stuff without it going into the storage system. Another nice light over here. Important to light things up. My steel production is still back here. I rearranged the conveyors a little bit just to make it a little bit easier to get in and out back here. And I installed these preheaters on the coke oven. So this is now producing coal coke much faster. And you can see my blast furnace. It actually is filling up on coal coke. And then, of course, over here I have put a blast furnace on, or a preheater on the blast furnace. Blast furnace on the blast furnace. I put a preheater on the blast furnace. That is helping this to run a little bit quicker. I was going to put a second one on here, but I can't actually put power on it because it hits right there. And I could move that, but then I'd have to move the conveyor belts because it's right on top, so it's a little awkward. So I'll just leave one. I'll just leave one off. It seems to be working fine now anyway. Moving on, over here, you can see I have all of my resource seeds are now all in garden cloches. So these are all the seeds that just need to be kept as their essence. So they're mostly things where the essence produces more than one resource. So like as you can say, like here, sheep seeds. Sheep essence you can make mutton, or you can make wool out of it. So I have those here so I can do what I need to do with the essence. You can see the spider, I got wood in there, I got spider in there, there's the mystical flowers, all those good things. The ones that are currently turned off, which you can tell there's no particle effects here at the top, those are the ones that are turned off. I'm actually full up on those, so I just have them off to save a little bit of power. Not that I really need to, but it helps. Here's the rest of them over here. Now, if we keep going this way, oh, I forgot I've got that. I've got this balloon in my inventory, and it makes me jump really high, and I don't like it. But I think it'll be needed for what we're going to do today. Anyway, then I've got these assemblers. So this one right here is actually set up to make concrete. It's set up with a recursive recipe, so it takes water and dirt here, and it makes it into clay, and then it takes stone and dirt, makes it into gravel. Then it takes the clay, the gravel, the slag that we're feeding into it, and the water that we're feeding into it, and makes concrete. And I've got that shut off because, again, I'm full. If we look heading this way, you can see that I've got more of these garden cloches set up. These are the ones where the essence produces one item. So like you can see right here, I have diamond seeds. So that's all that makes is diamonds. So these are feeding into assemblers. And each one of these assemblers has 3 different recipes that it can hold. So you know, so this one makes emeralds, obsidian, and diamonds, and it's got the plants and the cloches. The essence gets fed into here. Once it has enough, it builds it, and it sends it on its way into the rest of the system. And that's like that all the way through, all the way here to the end. And of course, over here, I still have all of my biodiesel production and my diesel generator. The only change that I made here is I added another high voltage capacitor, as well as one of the integrated dynamics batteries. And I put this caution stripe down on the floor to remind me not to walk into that high voltage power lines, because it hurts. Back here we can see that we're overflowed on biodiesel. The tank outside is completely full because we are producing way more diesel than we are actually consuming. We're actually good on melons, though. I've got the melons turned off. I've got the hemp over here turned off. And it's all just sitting here idle because we've got more than enough fuel. So we keep heading over this way. You can see that I've added a redstone clock to my metal press. And the reason why I did that is I would put like an entire stack of metal into this chest here, and the extractor would just pull it out so fast, and the metal press only goes so fast that some of the items would actually despawn before the press had a chance to use them. So they wouldn't, you know, I'd put 32 iron in here for 32 iron plates, and I'd get 18 iron plates. And I'd be like, where's the rest of them? Well, they despawned because they got yanked out, and then they just sat here way too long, and they never got actually pulled into the press. So I put this clock here to slow it down, and this actually releases items about as fast as the press goes. So it doesn't end up, you don't end up with this big stack of items sitting here. If you're curious as to how I did this, it's just a real simple, you know, redstone clock. The only special thing about it is that I'm using the advanced redstone repeater from Random Things, and it has a 3-second turn off delay and a 70-second, or a tick, I think it's tick, a 70-tick turn on delay. So as you can see, get the nice little pulse, and then it takes a long time before it pulses again, and this one's actually pulsing this way. And it is important that it connects this way, because it makes sure that this torch stays off just long enough for one item to get pulled out. Then, of course, we still have the crusher over here in the corner. Nothing new there. I added an automated workbench here. Got it loaded up with a few random items. Like, there's a bunch of my iron plates are actually in here. Later, what we're going to do right now is something that I mentioned way back at the very beginning of the series, and that was about a chunk loader. I want to chunk load this area, and I'm actually going to put the chunk loader in that little office building that you see right over there in the center. And we're going to be using this guy right here, the weirding gadget. If you're familiar at all with the weirding gadget, you're not going to recognize this recipe because I've changed it. I've put the whole recipe together already right here. We just have to go ahead and pick it up. Now we have a weirding gadget, and we're going to go find a good place for it. And I think we're going to put it right inside this little office building that I've built right here. It's got a doorbell, so when the delivery guy comes, he can ring the door. And apologies to anybody whose dog I just set off. But I think right here on the desk is a good place for the weirding gadget to go. So there we go. That is now chunk loading the entire factory. So even when we leave and go someplace else, get out of the area or go into another dimension, this area right here is going to remain loaded, meaning that all of my resources are going to continue to be generated. Processes that I start are all going to keep going, and that'll be really good. Also, I figure it's worth pointing out, I've been having problems where the powered lanterns would randomly turn off. Like they would still be visually producing light, but they would be allowing mobs to spawn again. And I was never able to figure out why it was doing that. So I actually ended up putting a mega torch in. So I have a mega torch is actually covered up down here in the floor. So you just have a piece of carpet right there, and then we have another piece of carpet right there. So you can't see it. It's down there. It does actually light this area up as well, but it also stops mobs from spawning in the area, and that's the main reason why we want it. What I want to get done today is I actually want to head into the end. And I want to see how many ender pearls do I have. I have a stack. A stack of ender pearls. That might be enough to get done what we need to get done. However, remember we have mystical agriculture installed in here, which means that there's another way that we can make sure that we're going to have enough ender pearls for this, and that is by making, where is it? Enderman seeds right here. So we need some Enderman seeds, and what I wanted to check on is what does it take to make the Enderman chunks? Because I don't have any. I haven't actually gotten any of these from killing Enderman. So it's 2 Enderman per mob chunk. And do I have enough mob chunks? I just need 4 mob chunks, and it doesn't really matter what tier they are, as long as they're not tier 5. Oh, I've got plenty. Look at that. 6 tier 2s. So we already have the tier 2, so we just need to take this up to tier 4. And that gets us the tier 4 mob chunk. And that gets us 4 Enderman chunks. Now we just need the seeds. Seeds go in the middle. Essence goes to each side. Chunks go in each corner. Enderman seeds have now been created. Now, of course, we have the problem that we need to put these seeds into a garden cloche. Well, my garden cloches are full, and we want to look here and see what we can do with this. So what can we do with it? Well, exactly one thing. Enderman essence becomes ender pearls, and that's it. So there's actually an empty garden cloche over here on the end that is not currently producing anything. There's no seed in it at all. So if we head over here, I believe it's the middle one. Nope, it's that one right there. You see there's no seed in there. We can just go ahead and put that right on in there, and then we just flip the lever. And that's going to go ahead and grow. And in just a second here, once it produces a flower, I like the way these, look at that. That's so cool. So now we've got the essence going into the assembler, and we got to go over here and tell the assembler what to do with it. This guy right here, Enderman essence, and we just go ahead and put these ghost essences in there. And now it knows that 8 Enderman essence becomes 1 ender pearl. And in a few moments, once that's filled up, it will start producing ender pearls for us. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for that to make some ender pearls, we need to find a place to keep the ender pearls that it's about to make, because we don't want to end up where it's just filling up the entire storage with ender pearls. That would be bad. So I think what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and take this spot right here because it's already in a drawer that has a void upgrade on it. So it's just going to, it'll fill up 8 stacks. Once it's got the 8 stacks, then it'll just start voiding the rest of them just like it does with all the rest of that. So you can see all these are full, 8 stacks, no more, thanks to the void upgrades. All right, so with that, we're going to have to wait for some more ender pearls to generate because obviously I'm going to need to make Eyes of Ender. I'm going to want to have at least enough to fill up the portal, assuming there aren't any eyes already in it. Who knows how many there are or aren't, but we need a few more pearls. So I'm going to leave this running, and I'll bring you guys back in once I've got enough that we can start heading on into the end. And yeah, we're going to have to find the portal too, because I have no idea where it's at. All right, so we got ourselves 2 stacks here, ender pearls. That should be more than enough. So we're going to go ahead and get some blaze powder and turn these into eyes. That is way too many blaze rods. I don't need that many. In fact, I don't even need this many blaze rods. Oops, that's too many. That's fine. Eyes. Get ourselves some Eyes of Ender. This blaze powder we'll just go ahead and put into the brewing stand, because what else are you going to do with it? The rest of it can go back in there. All right, so we have ourselves some eyes. Got some decent armor. As you can see, I've upgraded my armor once again to Manulin. I've got my armor, or my weapons here, all fully repaired and ready to go. There is one other thing that I do want to bring with me, and that is a couple of bottles. Do I have any glass? I have 1 piece of glass. That is not enough glass. Should have done this while I was waiting for the ender pearls to generate. I didn't even think of it. I don't have any glass anywhere else, do I? This is the one downside of the storage system. It's hard to find stuff, especially when it gets this big. So anyway, the reason why I want glass bottles. I want glass bottles because I want both Dragon Breath and Nether or End Air. Ender Air bottle. It's a Botania thing. And it does have quite a few uses in some, pretty interesting things. The only way to get it is by just scooping air out of the end. And then, of course, we have Dragon Breath, and that is actually used in a lot of different things. Aside from just making lingering potions. And again, this one is one that you can only make by going to the end and scooping up Dragon Breath. So should be enough. I don't need a ton of these. It is currently nighttime, which is the perfect time to take off and head someplace new. There's one more thing that I do want to bring with me, and that is my wooden storage crates. Just go ahead and head out here. Nice and sunrise. And we'll go see. Let's see which way we have to go. If we have to go that way, we'll have to get a boat. But hopefully we don't. Let's see. Oh, we're going this way. Here we go. We're going to start heading out this way and see how far out it is. Hopefully it's not too far. I should have brought a boat. You're supposed to delete these biomes, You're not supposed to leave those in the world. Okay, yeah, it's got to be like right here. We're just going to go ahead and dig down right here. You're going to dig straight down. Put yourself between 2 blocks. That way, if you happen to find a hole, you don't just end up in the void or lava. We're fairly high up too, so we might have to dig down quite a ways before we find this fortress or stronghold. I want to call everything a fortress. I don't really know why. More oil. Why is there leaves right here? What the? Oh, I can actually see the fortress. Look at that. Look on the mini map there. Let me zoom that in. You can actually see it. It looks like it might be that way. We really just need to get into this fortress. There we go. We are now in the fortress. Now we just have to find our way through it to the portal room. We can also look around because there's a lot of times there's some cool there's some nice loot in these sometimes. Yeah, I'm like looking for one that has, you know, a bunch of, oh wait, I see it. I see it. I see it. See it right there? Looks like we gotta go through this wall. I see it there on the mini-map. It's like north of me, but I don't know how to get there. I swear, this is harder sometimes than actually fighting the dragon, is finding the portal. I've even got a map that shows me where it's at. I still can't find it. It looks like there's supposed to be a path right here. There isn't even any chests in here. There's one over there. Nothing. There's the other one. Like, what? The loot in this place sucks. Jeez, how does silverfish have such huge knockback? Makes no sense. Like, what? Seriously? These things are tiny, and you have such ridiculous knockback. They're tiny, they have terrible knockback. Yeah, and look, this portal has nothing filled in. Alright, let's throw out a bunch of this crap that I do not need. Where do you keep coming from? Why can't I hit you? Alright, I'm breaking this. You silverfish can go in the lava. Let me make sure I have some blocks ready to go. Alright, here we go. Let's go. Okay, we're in a box. Looks like the dragon is gonna be that away. The reason I have this obnoxious balloon on is because it lowers the fall damage that I take. Not by a ton. Apparently I'm pissing off tiny Enderman. What the hell? You little bastard. That's really annoying. I'm sorry I looked at you, but Jesus Christ. I gotta take the torches out of my offhand. This is more annoying than it's helpful. Okay. This is very annoying. move. I do not remember there being this many pillars. This seems like a lot of pillars. Hey, what the? Stop. Rude. See, I was busy. Okay, I think is that all the crystals finally. Stop fucking hitting me. Of course, you're gonna land with your tail right over the frickin'. I'll beat her with her standing in there anyway, because I don't want to immediately get teleported back, because I got things to do. I got things to do here in the end. Gotcha. Alright. You little things are really annoying. Got that to pick up. We got all this to collect. Should get the dragon heart. There we go. Don't care about those. Ender dragon scales. That's what we need. We need one of those. I do want that. Where did it end up? Ah, there it is. More stuff to pick up. Okay, Ender Dragon. Dragon Egg. Everybody knows this trick. Easiest way to get your hands on the egg. Let me just yeet these back through the portal because I don't need to have them with me right now. And I don't really care if they despawn. They shouldn't, but I don't really care if they do. Okay. I think that's about all from the origin island. So now we're going to head through that gateway over there. Trying not to look at the Enderman, even though I keep pissing off the little tiny ones. This is really hard to do with this stupid balloon. You know what? I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Thanks. That's really what I needed. Hate this balloon. Hate it. Increased jump height sucks. Oh, and now I just put the blocks that I was using to pillar in here, because I'm dumb. Toss that over there. I'm going to take the ender pearl, and we're going to throw it right into the portal. Right into the portal. Ooh, man, that was close. Okay. Now, what I am going to do here is I'm going to try to find an end city. If I can. Because I would like to get myself an elytra. Don't know how long we'll end up using an elytra, but I would like to get one. Oh, I love blocking across the void. It's so much fun. It's not like it's terrifying or anything. It almost looks like I'm going down. Doesn't it? Like, oh yeah, there's the ground right in front of me. No, that's void. I'm getting annoyed. Why can we not find a city? Why? Like, what? Stupid Ender Minis. Oh, there's gonna be a city like right there, right? It's got to get a little bit closer to where it'll render. There's a city. Now we're going to get really lucky, and it doesn't have a boat. Well, I suppose the boat isn't really important. Because as nice as an elytra would be, I don't really need it. It's more the shulkers that I'm after. It doesn't look like this one has a boat anyway. Has a boat. There's a boat. Okay. I need this back because the shulkers are going to make me float, and this will help with fall damage. But now we just need to get up there. I don't remember endstone taking so long to break. Or, you know, I could just not be an idiot and just use the vein miner. One of them shoots me, I'm in trouble. Well, actually, not really. I love shulker noises. Aha, you missed. Oh, that time you got me. The elytra! Woohoo! Alright. Ooh, soul vial for shulkers. Empty soul vial. Another guy up here? Yes, there is. Hello. Where'd he go? As long as the bullet hits the shield, you're fine. Make sure we get the dragon head. Well, that didn't work. You guys give me levitation. I'm going to use it to get up to you. Let me just double check. Shulker chunks are a thing. They are not. So it looks like we can't grow shulker shells. Huh. Well then, all the more reason to hunt these guys. Any shulkers? Oh, there we go. That's what I need. Shulker heart, immunity to levitation. We can put that thing on. No more levitating. You hear that? No more levitating. Oh my god. Things are really hard to hit. Especially when they're spazzing around like that. I'm really sorry that I hit you guys, but like, you didn't need to have 30 of you come after me. Sheesh. Yeah, I get it. You're pissed at me. Go away. Just piss off. There's like one of them stuck in a wall right here. You guys are just the weirdest frickin' things in the world. Okay, I've got, what? I've got 6 shulker shells, which is enough for 3 shulker boxes. And I really don't need the shulker boxes, to be perfectly honest, because I do have the immersive engineering crates, which are basically the same thing. You just can't color them. So I think we're going to go ahead and get ourselves out here. I really should have marked the location of the portals, but as we have established, I am not that smart. And will these stupid things stop chasing me? Oh my god, go away! You are the most annoying things ever! Like, they're chasing me. Like, they're desperately chasing me, trying to hurt me. But they can't actually do me harm. So, they're just annoying as all hell. And it's like, I really don't want to teleport. I really don't want to go back out over the void, because if one of these guys bumps into me and pushes me, they're going to end up pushing me into the void. You don't stand in the ender lily, you stupid thing. I just realized that this would probably be the smartest thing to do, because you can actually see. I guess you can't. Sometimes you can see the gateways on the map. So I guess that's the question then. Am I going to find another end gateway or another end city? Or am I going to get just driven insane by these frickin' ender minis that are following me around? Stop following me. Do not come and push me off of here, you darn obnoxious little things. So anybody who bet on find a city before a gateway, city's won. Because there's a city. Not a big one. Actually, it's a really small one. You're still following me. God, you things are so annoying. Yeah, I hear you. I just don't see you. Ow. There you are. I could have sworn there was another shulker shell that had dropped. Oh my god, get off of me. Stupid things. There it is. Alright, well, back to looking for a gateway. This is why you always mark gateways. Mark gateways. Just mark them. It takes 2 seconds, you just mark where they are, and then you can find them when you need them. You don't mark them, then you end up wandering around the end, completely lost, because you can't find your stupid portal. They followed me. They followed me all the way back to the overworld. They're determined to drive me insane. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, the Ender Minis will always come back. Alright, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, I will see you in the next episode. Have yourselves a wonderful night and happy Minecrafting. Bye-bye.